Tucked deep within an untouched wilderness, this home does not impose itself on the land, it listens. It nestles into the terrain with a humility that allows trees, stones, and light to take the lead. Built as a whisper, not a shout, this house is a study in quiet coexistence. This is modern living made invisible, where architecture fades into the landscape. The exterior draws on earthy textures, exposed concrete with soft aggregate, cedar cladding left to gray naturally, and a low profile that mirrors the slope of the land. There are no bright finishes or high gloss, only surfaces that look as though they've always been part of the forest. The structure sinks into the hill, rather than sitting atop it, with a flat green roof covered in wild grasses and moss native to the region. This creates a striking effect from above. The house becomes part of the scenery, not a break in it. Glass is used abundantly but with restraint. Floor-to-ceiling panels open the home to panoramic views of the forest beyond, framed by matte black steel that disappears into the shade of the trees, allowing nature to remain the focal point. is no firm boundary between exterior and interior. Deep overhangs and covered terraces blur the line, while retractable glass walls invite the forest air in. The experience feels less like entering a home and more like stepping into a clearing. At the center of the house, a courtyard has been left intentionally wild, planted with ferns, native grasses, and a single old-growth tree left untouched. It serves as both heart and hearth, a place of stillness open to the sky. The entrance path isn't paved, it's composed of rough-cut stone steps that wind between tree roots and moss, leading to a hidden doorway. This journey creates a ritual of arrival, reminding the visitor they are walking into a place where nature is the host. From the access trail, there is no visible sign of architecture until you're nearly upon it. The home hides itself with deliberate angles, earth tones, and dense vegetation, revealing its presence only to those meant to find it. Inside, the living area is quiet in palette and acoustics. Raw linen upholstery, pale wood floors, and soft wool rugs absorb sound, while a single large window faces a thicket of trees that changes with every season. Every interior choice is intentional. There is no decoration for decoration's sake, only elements that serve a function or connect the inhabitant to the outside world. Light, space, and material take center stage. In the corner of the living space sits a monolithic stone fireplace, constructed from fieldstones gathered nearby. Its rough texture contrasts gently with the otherwise smooth interior, grounding the space with a sense of history. The kitchen is nearly imperceptible, matte wood cabinetry without handles, countertops that blend into the walls, and appliances hidden behind panels. It becomes part of the architecture, not a separate zone. A long oak table sits beside a retractable glass wall. When opened, the wall disappears entirely, turning the dining space into a covered deck. Meals here feel like picnics in the forest, with birdsong and wind as accompaniment. Located at the far end of the house, the master suite is elevated slightly above the forest floor, with 3 walls of glass and heavy linen drapes. It feels like a nest suspended in trees, private yet open to light and sky. The ensuite bathroom opens to an enclosed garden with a freestanding tub under the open sky. The sounds of water and rustling leaves make bathing an immersive, meditative act. A detached guest pavilion, accessible via a short path through the woods, stands on slender steel supports above a bed of ferns. It offers visitors solitude and a direct connection to nature, like a luxurious treehouse. The home's workspace is simply a floating desk beside a large picture window. With a view of rust-colored bark and forest shadows, it encourages focus without enclosing the mind. Every material used, whether clay plaster on the walls or untreated oak floors, was chosen for its ability to age gracefully, to wear in, not out, and to feel at home in a setting that is alive and ever-changing. Modern systems for heating, cooling, and lighting are integrated seamlessly, hidden from sight. The house feels primitive in its honesty, yet offers all the comfort of modernity without disrupting the purity of the design. Greens, grays, ochres, and soft browns dominate the color story, echoing the surrounding forest floor, bark, and stone. The interior doesn't compete, it converses quietly with the world outside. Built-in furniture elements, like window bench seats and floating shelving, help maintain visual clarity, allowing the architecture and landscape to remain the primary focus. Outdoor rooms extend from the structure on all sides: a shaded lounge, an open yoga deck, a garden nook with low seating, all giving moments to be still within the wilderness. The home invites shadow and welcomes rain. Deep eaves catch the droplets, and gutters feed rain chains that direct water into stone basins, turning weather into spectacle. There are no paintings, no art hung on walls, only the artwork of light, shadow, and time. Each surface is allowed to speak for itself, in harmony with what lies beyond the glass. A narrow hallway ends in a window that frames one specific, ancient tree. Its twisted branches become a living sculpture, reminding all who pass that nature is the original architect. Silence reigns here, broken only by bird calls and breeze. Acoustic treatments built into the ceiling soften even indoor sounds, making conversations intimate and meditative. Cross ventilation and raw materials allow the home to carry the scent of forest indoors. Cedar beams, moss outside the window, and fresh air create a living atmosphere. Around the house, landscaping avoids symmetry or formality. Instead, native plants are left to grow naturally, with only slight nudges, pathways mown through wild grass, stone clusters mimicking what's found deeper in the woods. Natural light is used like a sculptor's chisel, shifting across interior surfaces and creating patterns on walls and floors that evolve hour by hour. There's nothing performative here. No flashy elements, no eye-catching installations, just a serene, quiet dignity that honors the land through restraint. As night falls, the house dims with it. Low, warm lighting illuminates only what's necessary. The rest dissolves into shadow, allowing moonlight and starlight to take precedence. This home isn't for entertaining crowds or making grand statements. It's for reflection, for presence, for living in deep connection with the rhythms of the wild. The goal was not visibility, but vanishing. Every decision, from material to massing, from color to contour, serves the aim of making the home a natural extension of its environment. While the home uses passive solar design, reclaimed materials, and efficient systems, its truest sustainability lies in its harmony with place, requiring little intervention, demanding little disruption. Nothing was built until the forest was studied. The architecture does not dominate, it supports, protects, and coexists. In return, the forest gives its silence, its beauty, and its ever-changing form. This is architecture as humility, not trying to conquer the wild, but learning from it. Not building over it, but building within it. Designed to adapt to light, wind, and changing temperatures, the house feels new in every season. In winter, it shelters. In summer, it opens. In spring and fall, it listens. Without trend or flourish, the home achieves a timeless quality. It feels as though it could have existed decades ago or decades in the future, precisely because it belongs to this place, not to an era. This home doesn't just sit on the land, it honors it. Every inch feels intentional, sacred, and respectful. It invites its owners to live lightly and mindfully. In the end, this is not a house that wants to be seen, it's a house that wants to let you see. The forest is the main character. The home is the lens. This is modern living in its most enlightened form, architecture that vanishes, allowing nature to be the luxury.